Okay, ready to go?
Yeah? Yeah, we're ready. Everybody's ready.
Okay. Camera rolling.
I was just like you, living so untrue.
Welcome to the Outpost Sessions. We have Beatrice Brigitte here, Matteo, Damiano,
Okay, your camera is
and Chayton in the back. Welcome, guys. We're recording the session right now. We have a sound engineer here, Michael J. Fox. Not the one you're thinking about.
You can ask me a question only if you address me as Alex P. Keaton or Marty McFly.
And there's Derek monitoring also. There's the session that we're putting down. Directing and behind the camera, Raquel Fernandez Nunez. Hey Raquel, can we get a little... and I'm Andreas. Hi. So,
drinking water, not vodka. I've been sick. This is saving my voice. Slippery elm bark and drinking a lot of throat coat and spooning raw honey. Not regular honey, but raw honey.
Raw honey?
Yeah. And drinking tea. And getting rest, sleeping.
So tell me about the song. Tell me about Strange Moon.
Strange Moon?
Yeah.
Let's see, Strange Moon kind of goes, it's the first song that I wrote being me. I used to have an alter ego.
Yeah.
And so the song represents Strange Moon, which means, it represents an eclipse, which means new beginnings.
Yeah.
And so that's where I was when I wrote it. It was a new beginning to be me. And, you know, I think the hardest thing for a person to do is turn inward and look at themselves, and that's what this song is about.
What's it like shooting your first video?
It's interesting because I have to imagine there's a crowd I'm singing to right now, so I'm virtually picturing people watching this, which is, yeah, it's cool. It's different.
Yeah.
It's fun. I'm still getting the nerves that I would get performing live because I think I know it's still live. So
it is still live.
So it's still the same thing without seeing actual people, but in my brain there's people.
Does it take a long time to write it?
Nope, it took like a day to write it.
It just came to you?
It just came to me.
Oh.
Yep, and Damiano did all the music for the song and he produced it.
So Damiano's the composer?
He is, and the producer.
What is the role of a producer in music?
Well, what I always say is that the producer in music is, it's kind of like a director in you know, in the film more field, I guess. You know, like you don't necessarily have to write a script to be a director. You don't necessarily have to act in it, but you can definitely address people and you know, kind of tell them what to do and get away with it, you know.
Until you get the sound that you're looking for.
Yeah, I
the
guess.
sound that makes you happy.
Yeah, I guess so. You know, sometimes people have, you know, they have good songs, they have good ideas. They just don't have maybe a structure that makes sense. They don't have a strong chorus, so maybe they just, you know, jump into, you know, crazy psychedelic parts that don't really, you know, make sense to the song. So I mean, I just get, you know, I guess I just try to, you know, make some sense. And
how long did it take to compose the song?
This song?
Yeah.
That was pretty easy, about 15 minutes.
Really?
No, that wasn't like that. Well, it was a bit harder than that because at that time, you know, she was performing under somebody else's name, an alter ego she had, and I was in San Francisco working on something completely different. So it took me a little bit. Just because I don't know. I just wanted to make sure that she was comfortable with what I was coming up with. She was really picky about. I don't know, the choice of instruments, and this version is completely different than the one that you can here online. Yeah, it was kind of a process, you know, like I would turn all the lights off, you know, lit some candles and incense and kind of like, you know, got into the mood. And I sat at the piano and I came up with this chord progression, and then added some drums, you know, took a bit.
And how hard was it to marry the lyrics to the music?
Oh no, that was actually I don't know, that came out quick, you know. It was quite a process, but it was more of an experience, and like we just had to feel it, you know. So we just played this piano thing in loop, and you know, added instruments, you know, tried some lyrics and tried some harmonies on the vocals, and yeah, it was pretty natural, but it definitely took a while.
Cool. What's up? That's Matteo, guitar. Guitar.
Oh, by the way, let's take this chance to introduce these two guys.
Yeah.
They're actually playing from Beatrice, but they're from this band, Downtown Attraction. They're gonna be really big soon, even bigger than him. So,
And actually, in that band, I play drums and I play guitar.
On Downtown Attraction.
Yeah.
You guys just played at the Viper Room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been playing with Downtown Attraction?
Let's see, a year and a half it's been. Maybe almost closer to 2 years.
Long enough.
Long.
Too long. No, you have to look in the mirror. Just
Never gets old. Always fun.
Yeah.
Like.
How'd you guys meet?
In a food cuisine. Very good.
What's that? Where?
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. Oh, you guys in 7-Eleven?
No, actually, we put like a post-it on at the MI.
Yeah, I saw a poster and called him up, liked the music, auditioned, and took it from there.
Oh, you saw a poster where?
Yeah.
MI.
Where's that?
School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The one-
musician institute.
on Hollywood?
Yeah.
He used to be a janitor at MI. He was sweeping the floor, and you know, yeah.
Jokes never
Running down foggy streets barefoot, holding hand in hand. We scream loudly through the neighborhood.
Why don't you show people what it is that we're doing? This is how we're live streaming the event with the ProStream software from Livestream. So here's the signal coming in from the webcam right here, and then the top signal is the signal coming in from Mike's session, coming off of the UA Apollo interface right there. And this is just a Logitech HD camera that we're using to get the video.
Pretty sweet.
For the live part, then we have the two Canons on which we're actually shooting the session. We're using 5D Mark IIIs, two of them, with Pro Mist filters sandwiched on these ring mounts here. So in between these two ring mounts, there's a Pro Mist filter.
Make believe savvy tale. All this does is torture. The warning to resign.
Yeah, now play with me because I'm in your back. You can be concentrate during the moment that you are singing. You can be totally concentrated here, but when you are just in pose, just turn around. Yeah, give me some kind of clean.
What was it hard working with the reflective paper?
It was a nightmare.
Really hard.
Yeah, don't try.
Don't try working with Mylar.
If you are crazy, try it, but if you don't want to get nightmares, don't do it.
Really?
Yeah, don't.
Yeah?
It's working, but it's really difficult to control
Why?
because it's a full mirror going on 360 degrees.
A full mirror.
Mirror.
Oh, but you can see yourself?
I mean, you can notice yourself and all the lights, they are reflecting each other in the whole room. It's like you have to be super careful.
We'll see.
I mean, it's a nightmare.
Yeah? Okay, don't do it.
So Pro Tools over here, and it's a fairly simple session. I'm going 9 tracks. These first 8 are analog in, and the bass is going through a digital preamp. So that's the 9th track. This is the Apollo, Universal Audio's Apollo. This is a very cool box. If you don't have the money for a TDM system, which is quite expensive, this is a pretty good alternative. This is the Quad Apollo that has its own monitoring interface over here, and you can monitor everything, set up a mix. You can actually do 3 separate mixes for musicians where you have one's a monitor, 2 headphone outputs, and you can, in here you can blend 3 different mixes. And then this folds into, it doesn't record, it's just like a virtual mixer, and everything goes into Pro Tools and you record in Pro Tools. And here is the rack of all the preamps we're using.
Asha, one of our users, is asking how many mics you're using for the drum kit, and I'll add to that question if you could talk about what kind of mics are being used and what the positioning is.
On the kick we have a Beta 52, it's a great kick-on mic. Snare is a 57. I always like to be a couple of inches off the drum to give it a little bit of space. Tom has a 57. The under mic, we were using a KM184, and even with the level all the way down, it was still clipping, so I put a 57 on that as well. And the overheads are KM184s.
Cam meaning
I'm sorry, it's a
Neumann.
It's a Neumann KM 184. It's like a pencil mic. It's really sensitive, and they're yours, man. They're awesome. They sound beautiful. And the bass is going direct. The guitar is being mic'd. The cabinet is actually out of view and pointed into a muffled couch right now. And Beatrice is singing through a U47, a Telefunken U47. It was revamped by Blue. It's one of the nicest sounding U47s I've ever heard. I'm so lucky to have it. I love that.
It tears us apart. Together we become insane. No one knows the pain. It tears us apart. Together we become
All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you.